Hello and welcome to Roast the Week, and what a week it's been. This week Boris Johnson announced plans to end restrictions on coronavirus. Well, sort of. It's not quite the Freedom Day that he built it up to be. You don't have to wear a mask, but at the same time you'd be irresponsible not to wear a mask, and you do actually have to wear a mask if you want to go into Waterstones, but you don't have to wear a mask in other areas, but you should wear a mask, otherwise you're a highly irresponsible individual. But it's all about personal responsibility now, and so do what you want, but don't do what you want because, you know, don't want to get the virus and that. So it's really clear, basically. You know, we are at a point now as a country where I'm getting my second dose of the vaccine tomorrow as I'm filming this. Do you know what I mean? So we are at a point where we have gone through a decent amount of the population. I appreciate not everyone has got to that point yet, but we're going to have to open up at some point, aren't we? But then cases are rising, and so, do you know what I mean? Who knows? Who knows what's happening? Let's just forget about it and it'll just go away, won't it? That's one way of handling the situation. I'm surprised no one's thought of that yet. Also this week, I'm going to have to mention it. Yes, England lost the Euros final. It feels like a long time ago now. It ended in disappointment, obviously. But at the same time, it's not all bad. You know, let's take the positives out of it. Some bloke stuck a flare up his arse. Interestingly, we do actually have his full schedule here from Sunday. This is what he got up to in order to lead up to the point where he stuck a flare up his arse. He says here that he started boozing at 8:30 a.m. Probably had a few cans with his cornflakes. He then downed 20 cans beforehand, as you do. I've never been that thirsty. What's he been eating? Gammon? Did he have gammon for breakfast or something? Because that's the only reason why he needs to have 20 cans. He then went on to say he banged a load of powder. Doesn't specify specifically what the powder was. Could have been flour. Could have been flour. For the purposes of YouTube monetization, it was flour, okay? Definitely not anything else. All I will say is, his name is ironically Charlie, so I think that says it all, but, you know, fair play to him. He stayed on brand. He then went on to stick a lit flare up his arse. And in brackets here it says, to cheer people up from COVID. Hang on a second. Hang on. We may have been under some form of restrictions for the last 16 months, but at no point did I go, I'd love to see a guy off his head with a flare up his rectum. I've never thought that in the 16 months that we've been trapped inside. I thought maybe, oh, it'd be nice to see my mates, wouldn't it? Oh, it'd be nice to go on a night out, have a few drinks. Not him showing a flare up his arse. That's not something that was on my mind. I mean, it's on yours now. And then they've got a little quote for him underneath here, because he did a full interview, and he's got a little quote at the bottom. I'm not sorry, I was off my face and I loved it. Brilliant. I'm glad he's not in any way remorseful. It's fantastic, and why should he be? Do you know what I mean? He followed all health and safety protocols quite clearly over the course of that Sunday. He's now getting his 15 minutes of fame, and we feel like we're about 14 minutes in at the moment. He's definitely going to be on Strictly. The flare will be right up there as well. Also this week, James Charles made his return to YouTube. I say it was this week. It's about 10, 12 days ago. It might be 2 weeks ago now. I don't know, to be honest with you. But it made me laugh. I saw his video where he sort of addresses some of the allegations and wants to chat about it. But he does it whilst putting his makeup on. It's not the greatest way to explain how you haven't groomed kids.
It would be ridiculous and irresponsible to try to just come back to social media and pretend like nothing happened and move on with regularly scheduled makeup programming.
It'd be ridiculous to come back after, 3 months away or whatever and just start putting makeup on. It'd be ridiculous. Yeah. Sorry, what are you going to do again? Oh, he's putting makeup on. All right, let's go.
And hopefully be able to not move on from the situation, because I don't think that that's the appropriate language to use, but hopefully move forward.
Yeah, not move on. I don't want to move on from this. Definitely not. No, don't want to move on. I actually want to keep this lingering about, but I do want to move forward in a way. Move forward, but not move on. That's not the same thing, James. No, because moving on would be inappropriate, and I'm a good person, so I wouldn't use those words, but I have brought them up anyway.
For today's video, I really want to get ready together.
This is the first bit. Today, as I address these allegations, I just want to put some bloody makeup on at the same time.
I miss doing makeup so much, and I really want to do a pretty look in today's video.
I just think it's important that I look good. I look good, feel good. Is that all right with you? Yeah? You're too young to understand anyway. Just buy my damn products, all right? Jesus.
So my goal is to hopefully be able to create a beautiful look by the end of this video while also having a really serious conversation with you guys that I think is important.
I can't take this seriously. My goal for this video is to create a great look. Just a great look that you can replicate yourself at home, kids. Not kids. No, no. Cut that bit out. Don't want kids. No. People. Yeah, don't mention the kids, not whilst doing this. My goal for this video is to create a fantastic look whilst addressing grooming allegations. Is there anything wrong with that? No, I didn't think so.
I did mention in that video that they had lied to me about their age and that I absolutely did not groom them.
Oh, I'll just put a bit of the old concealer on. I didn't groom them, by the way, so forget about that. Just look at the concealer. Woo, woo. Come on, everyone. Woo, woo. Let's get the party started. We're addressing the rumours. Woo, woo.
I feel like calling this a scandal in the first place is just not an appropriate word to be using. It really feels like it's making light of what actually happened, and I don't want to do that.
No, he doesn't want to make light of the situation whilst dabbing his makeup on. He says that. Let's just take a step back here. He's apologising at the end of the day for talking to two guys that were under the age of 18 that told him they were over the age of 18. So they lied to him, but he's apologising for talking to... What? If he didn't groom them, what's he apologising for? I'm confused here. Maybe there's information I don't know about.
In my last video, I mentioned that moving forward, I was going to be asking every single person that I spoke to for IDs to make sure that this never ever happened again. And that's already something that I've been doing and has been working great.
It's working fantastic. He's still talking to a lot of people then, by the sounds of it. It's working great. It's filtered out all the 16 and 17-year-olds that I would have otherwise spoke to.
There have been so many people too saying he just needs to give up and date a celebrity. You guys, trust me when I say I would literally love nothing more.
You'd love nothing more than dating a celebrity. Not because they're a celebrity, no, not because of their status. No. Because of their personalities. Yeah, probably.
The idea of dating somebody that's in LA that has a busy but flexible schedule, that understands my life, that has money so that I don't have to pay for everything.
That has money? Oh no, we don't really dating the poor, do we? God. If you don't have money, I'm not interested, quite frankly. Get out. I don't even want to look at you. Rich people only. And you're going to pay for it.
That I can film videos with or walk red carpets with. Like, hello, that is literally a dream come true.
A dream come true. I love going down the red carpet and having the press take pictures of me. It's one of my favourite hobbies. It's so LA, isn't it? It really is. It makes me want to go to LA as like a social experiment in a way, or as sort of, I guess, like a little bit of a form of torture for me, and maybe just spend a month there, see if I can survive. I'd love to do that for a video. So if there's any brands out there that want to fund that, then just get in touch. You know, if you've got to spare a few £1,000 to waste on a weird looking ginger.
And I'm friends with almost everybody that is on that list.
Everyone that is gay and from LA and that is rich and has a big following. He's friends with all of them. All 9 of them.
And find love like every human being deserves. And of course, when that happens one day, I would love to share that with you guys.
I'd love to share my personal life with you. It'd just be a dream come true for me. I would love to just show everything. I want to live my life out in the public domain. Nothing could go wrong with that, I don't think. No, that's sarcasm there, just to be very clear. For the people that don't sort of understand it. Mainly Americans, sorry. No, that's harsh. That's harsh. It's not just Americans. Australians too. There goes that demographic. Brilliant. Doubling down on the British audience there.
And I've been so worried and concerned about always being perfect and never messing up or making mistakes and always being like this family-friendly, fabulous makeup artist character.
Sorry, he's worried about being a family-friendly creator. Have you forgotten the first part of the video where you address the allegations?
But now that I'm actually putting it on and thinking about it, I really feel as though it has like a deeper meaning, which I know sounds so cheesy and so stupid.
It does sound cheesy to say that this makeup look has some extra meaning to it. Go on, what's this extra meaning that this makeup look has?
Butterflies are the symbol of rebirth and new beginnings, and I really feel like this video today is the symbol of a new beginning.
It did sound cheesy, you're very right there. Because in many ways you're a bit like a butterfly, in many ways, in that, you know, these sort of grooming allegations and butterflies do that as no? Oh, because of the growth and the new beginnings. Yeah, that was the comparison I was making as well, for sure.
Normally at the end of my videos, I do the whole, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below spiel, but I really don't feel like that's the right thing to do for this video.
No, it wouldn't be the right thing to do for this video, but you've brought it up anyway. I'm not going to ask you to like and subscribe, because that wouldn't be appropriate, but I am going to bring it up just so you are remembering to like and subscribe. Just, yeah, I'm not going to ask you to do it, but just know that I'm thinking that you should. In other news this week, Australians have been told to rename shark attacks to shark interactions. Officials in Australia are apparently keen to change the misrepresentation of sharks as mindless killers. So hang on a second, we're getting worried about a shark's feelings now, are we? I mean, the reality is sharks do kill people. I appreciate, you know, it's not as dramatic as, you know, it's been made out in films and they don't kill that many people. It's unlikely, etc, etc. But It's not at the top of the list, is it, of things to sort out? Surely. Like, not anywhere near the top of the list. Probably not in my top 10, I'd say. And they've brought in officials. Officials are keen to change the misrepresentation of sharks. Why? I don't get why this is sort of on the list of priorities. They're knocking about in the sea. Leave them to it. And on that note, that's everything for Roast of the Week this week. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd really appreciate you dropping a like and subscribing if you haven't already. It'd be great if you could follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at JustEdOfficial. And you can also become a patron if you'd like. I think there's about 36 new videos on my Patreon for you to go have a look at and watch straight away as soon as you become a patron, as well as getting a new video every single week. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you all so much for your support, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.